Live. Welcome to Randsanity. What's up, Doojoo? This is episode 236 of Randsanity. Done this every night for 236 days straight. TikTok says I'm 100% the best live streamer. I'm 100% better than everybody else, apparently. Don't ask me, man. That's what it tells me. So I'm just going to take that as an ego stroke. It's not like I get paid a lot of money to do it or anything, but what the fuck? So, we're going to do the normal stuff tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about a just announced concert tour coming up. We're going to talk about some history, maybe about some, some stuff with bands, good stuff, bad stuff. We'll talk about another residency, some births and deaths, and just some stuff along the way. Add it in. So if you're ready for the ride, let's go. Because it's cold out. I don't know where you're from. If you're anywhere where I'm in central Ohio. It's 4 degrees outside. I just was outside with the dog, and even the dog was like, dude, what the fuck? I'm just peeing in the house. It's like, it's too cold to be out here, man. My little thing is going to get frozen in the ground. So, yeah, she peed in the house. I was like, of course you did. Why wouldn't you? Because, yeah, it's fucking cold. And they're going to get, like, I don't know, anywhere from 1 to 120 inches. So, I bet Chicago's much colder. But it's supposed to go down to, like, minus temperatures. So, once it gets to minus temperatures, it's cold. Anyway, so let's start off with a tour announcement. Death Cab for Cutie announced a 2026 tour with Japanese Breakfast, J-Sum, and Nation of Language. Excited about that one. Death Cab for Cutie just announced a spat of 2026 tour dates coinciding with their signing to Anti Records. Japanese Breakfast, nice. J-Sum and Nation of Language will be joining the indie legends on these select dates. We are thrilled to be joining the roster at Anti, which includes some of my favorite artists, old friends, in many cases both, said frontman Ben Gibbard, about the band's label change. We can also wait to begin the new chapter with the wonderful staff at Anti and share with you what we've been working on. Death Cab's 26th tour runs off July 10th in Minneapolis and concludes in Paso Robles, California on August the 7th. In between, the band will be cutting a swath through the continental U.S. and Canada, including 2 nights at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles. Gibbard said, one of my favorite parts of being in this band is getting out to be on the road with artists that inspire us. Japanese Breakfast, J-Sum, and Nation of Language have made some of our favorite albums in recent years, and we're stoked they'll be joining us this summer. Super excited. Pre-sale begins Wednesday, the 28th at 10 a.m., so next Wednesday. General on sale starts Friday, January 30th, so a week from today. Likely shows are going to sell out pretty fast, so if you're a fan, pick them up. You might want to check, StubHub if they run out of tickets before you get your hands on them. But, you got to do what you got to do. It looks like they're going to be in Cleveland and Cincinnati, but not Columbus. So if I want to go see Death Cab, I'm going to have to travel. So they're going to start in, looks like they got a Denver date, then Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Indy, Cincy, Cleveland, both July 14th and 15th, and Philly, upstate New York, Toronto, Maryland, Raleigh, St. Louis, Arkansas, Iowa, Utah, Arizona, Phoenix, couple dates in LA, San Diego, Vegas, and then Paso Robles, California, they end on. So Death Cab for Cutie tour announcement. Bummed that they're not coming to Columbus, but that's what happens. It happens occasionally. We miss those shows. Fuck. All right. Well, I will be catching one of them somewhere. Let's talk a little about music history today. Now, I found this to be a little side note that was interesting. On this date in 1956, rock and roll sort of took a turn in Cleveland, Ohio, where the police banned dancing by anyone under the age of 18 without parental supervision. I mean, Mom, Dad, can you come watch me dance? I want to dance. Can you come give me permission to watch? What the fuck? So yes, Cleveland, Ohio banned dancing if you were a minor in 1956. But then 30 years to the day, the 23rd of January, 1986, what did we have happen? We had the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame first class inductees. So, I mean, you can't hate that. The inaugural class had Chuck Berry, James Brown, Ray Charles, Sam Cooke, Fats Domino, the Everly Brothers, Buddy Holly, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley, Little Richard, Robert Johnson, Jimmy Rogers, Jimmy Yancey, Alan Freed, who we just talked about the other day, John Harmon, and Sam Phillips. So 30 years later, from banning dancing if you're under 18 in Cleveland, Ohio, to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame having its inductees' first ever inaugural Rock Hall event. Cleveland, get your shit together. All right, let's hit history then. All right, where do we want to start? Let's start at the beginning. Let's start where time began. All right, let's start with the legends. All right, early on. Still find that unless accompanied by an adult. What the hell? In 1965, Petula Clark, Downtown. She was the first UK female singer to have a #1 on the US singles chart since Vera Lynn in 1952. The song was also #2 hit in the UK, recorded in 3 takes, with the second take ultimately chosen as the completed track. Sessions plays in the studio recording included Jimmy Page. How's that for you? Jimmy Page played with Petula Clark on Downtown. Downtown. Roadkill. Oh, dude, Minneapolis. No. No, that sucks. Oh, dude, sorry about that. Yeah, I actually, So DM10 for MVP just reminded me that I need to go check on my pipes just to make sure. I did have to cut into the walls once to fix them, and but still, it's supposed to be so cold. Yeah, I mean that sucks, dude. Wow, flooded a little from the cold. That's bad. Sorry about that, brother. Not a good thing. I'm sure we'll see videos of houses and sprinkler systems and everything else bursting. So. Yeah, let's not have any of that. Bad. Knocking on wood for everybody. No burst pipes. 1967, Pink Floyd spent the first of 3 days recording the Syd Barrett song Arnold Lane and Candy and a Current Bun at the Sound Technique Studio in Chelsea, London. According to Roger Waters, Arnold Lane was based on a real person, a transvestite whose primary pastime was stealing women's clothes and undergarments from washing lines in Cambridge. All right. Sounds like a thief, more or less than a transvestite, but that's all right. 1969, the Beatles, working at Apple Studios in London. The Beatles, with Billy Preston on keyboards, recorded 10 takes of a new song called Get Back. Get back to where you once belonged. In 1971, Steel Mill played their final show when they appeared at the Upstage Club in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Singer Bruce Springsteen formed a new band during the rest of the year known under such names as Bruce Springsteen Jam, Dr. Zoom and the Sonic Boom, and finally, the Bruce Springsteen Band. I like Dr. Zoom and the Sonic Boom better. That would be perfect. I'm sure he could have come out and been just as famous as Dr. Zoom and the Sonic Boom. No. That's a negatory, good buddy. Negatory. 1971, George Harrison became the first solo Beatle to have a #1 hit with My Sweet Lord. It went to the top of the UK singles chart. It also, what this song was from All Things Must Pass album, it stayed at #1 for 5 weeks. The track returned to the top of the UK charts in 2002 following George Harrison's passing. My sweet Lord. In 1971, Dawn. See, you can tell I have that East Coast thing. Everyone's like, you sound like you're from New York, right? Because they say Dawn. Sorry. What can I tell you? I have that accent, okay? I can't get rid of it. It's one of those things, man. Dawn. Oh no, Ice. John Justice! Woo! Yeah, I know. CD1, CD1, 2, I know. I missed all of them. You didn't miss anything. Oh, nice. Nice. Woodstock tickets. Yeah, well, we gave those away. We gave away tickets to lots of stuff. Oh. Well, I'm glad you want them. I'm glad we gave fond memories. That's all I can try and make sure people have fond memories. That's the key, man. We want to make sure people have good stuff. 1971, Dawn started a 3-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with Knock 3 Times on the Ceiling If You Want Me. Twice on the pipes, bump, bump, if they're frozen and cold. Oh, I just made that up. Come on, that just fit right in there. We're talking about frozen tickets. We're talking about pipes. Man, I just worked that in so good. Amazing. I'm so good at it. George Clinton for $1. Yes. Oh, I remember that show. That was an amazing show. Hells yes. You win tickets every 30 days. Nice. Well, good. Good. We like the stalkers. Stalkers were good. Not in the bad way. Not the bad stalkers. We definitely had some prize pigs. But you're allowed to win every 30 days. We want people to win every 30 days. That means you're listening. It's part of the tribe, man. That was the whole thing, man. Part of the tribe, man. Nothing but love for the tribe. 1976, David Bowie released his 10th studio album, Station to Station, which was the vehicle for his last great character, the Thin White Duke. The album was recorded after he completed shooting Nickel Roge, The Man Who Fell to Earth. And the cover artwork featured a still from the movie. The album made the top 5 in both the UK and the US charts. Oh, I still have bumper stickers too. Don't you worry. I got lots of bumper stickers there, John Justice. Yes. I do. Uh-huh. Oh, man, I appreciate it. I do. Look, I've got a license plate right there. Look, the WWCD license plate. See? Look. Right there. The actual radio station license plate. The actual on-air studio sign. I've got it all, man. I got all the good stuff. You know. And I still have stuff to get rid of. So at some point, like, check back here. I'm gonna like make stuff available. I've just got so much crap I can't even sell it. I'm just at this point I'm gonna be like, I've got like so many stickers, like the original first printing ever stickers. So I'll do some stuff. We'll get rid of some of the things. We'll give it away. We'll make it happen. I want people to be happy. You know? Okay, now this is kind of a effed up story for sure. In 1978, American musician and songwriter Terry Kath, best known as the original guitarist and founding member of the rock band Chicago, accidentally shot himself and was done. After a party at roadie and band technician Don Johnson's home in Woodland Hills, California, Los Angeles, California, Kath picked up a semi-automatic 9 and, leaning back in the chair, said to Johnson, "Don't worry about it. Look, the clip, it's not even in it." To satisfy Johnson's concerns, Kath showed the empty magazine to Johnson. Kath then replaced the magazine in the gun, put the gun to his temple, and pulled the trigger. Apparently, unbeknownst to Kath, however, there was still one in the chamber. He died instantly. Bro, don't do stupid shit like that. Like, what the fuck? Wow. 1988, on this day, the 23rd of January, Nirvana recorded a 10-song demo with Seattle producer Jack Edino. Sub Pop Records boss Jonathan Poneman hears the tape and offers to put out a Nirvana single. Yeah, hello, smart man. Not one of these people like, I don't know, man. I don't think you're good enough. Bro, what the fuck? 1988, Michael Jackson went on to #1 in the U.S. singles chart with The Way You Make Me Feel. It was the third single from Jackson's seventh album, Bad, for which Jackson had written over 60 songs for the album, with plans of releasing a 3-disc album, but producer Quincy Jones convinced Jackson to make Bad a 1-disc LP. Probably best that he did that. In 1990, Alan Collins, guitarist from Lynyrd Skynyrd, died of pneumonia after being ill for several months following a car crash that he was involved in while under the influence, also pleading no contest to vehicular manslaughter that killed his girlfriend and left him paralyzed from the waist down. Collins was one of the founding members and also co-wrote most of the band's songs, including Freebird, with the late frontman Ronnie Van Zant. He survived a plane crash in '77 that killed 2 other band members, but he was in fact behind the wheel of the car that killed his girlfriend and left him paralyzed from the waist down. Yikes. Man, that's like that Final Destination shit. Oh, we didn't get you this time. We'll get you eventually. Don't worry. Didn't get you with the plane? We're going to get you with the car. Yeah. Oh, dude, the old Hair Arena. Sweet. That's amazing. I have such crazy stories from Hair Arena. That's actually where I met Johnny Lydon from Sex Pistols, and for the first time. It was one of my very first, as a radio guy, interactions with a star. And he was a pistol. Let's put it that way. He was an absolute pistol. 1990, David Bowie announced his forthcoming Sound and Vision World Tour, during which he would invite each local audience to decide a greatest hits running order organized through local radio stations. The concert tour surpassed Bowie's previous Serious Moonlight 1983 and Glass Spider 1987 tours statistically by visiting 27 countries with 108 performances. Nice. Good old David Bowie. 1991, John Sebastian, owner and general manager of KLSK-FM in Albuquerque, New Mexico, played Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven for 24 hours solid to inaugurate a format change to classic rock. Police showed up with guns drawn once after a listener reported that a DJ had apparently suffered a heart attack, and later because of suspicion that being 8 days into the Gulf War, the radio station had been taken hostage by terrorists dispatched by Zeppelin freak Saddam Hussein. See, some of this stuff I cannot even make up. It's like, that's a typical stunt. You run a song for 24 hours before you do a format change. Oh, man, that's just... I can't even. Just people, man. Just people. This is too much. Billy Horton died. He had the song Get a Job. There you go. I'm going to keep moving because I'm tired of that one. Let's see. Johnny Funches from the Dells died. Okay. He had Stay in My Corner. There you go. Let's see. In 2001, an English coroner criticized Eminem's lyrics as depressing during an inquest into the death of a schoolboy who threw himself in front of a train. The 17-year-old boy had printed out the lyrics to Eminem's track Rock Bottom before his death. Dude, that's sad and tragic. Speaking of sad and tragic, our friend R. Kelly was arrested on new charges. The singer was detained in Miami after police said digital pictures were discovered at his home in Florida in June. The singer was already facing 21 charges related to producing porn and appearing in a video with someone that was not of legal age. Jeez. He was charged with a further 12 counts of possessing porn. Yeah, he's still in jail. Good old R. Kelly. Let's see. Has really good bands come through. L7. Hells yes. I loved L7. Dude, we hung out with them. Dinosaur Jr., Fugazi. Yeah, there was some damn good bands. Yes, trust me, I miss it too. Believe me. Look, Angry Monkey is the one who misses it the most. Look right there. What do you see right there? Do you see that one? Right there? What's that little sticker say? Big Room. The original Big Room sticker. Look at that. It's a magnet. Unbroken from its frame still. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Craziest thing? Oh, wait. Sorry, didn't fix that. There we go. I don't know what I was having there. Let's see. Craziest thing 101 ever did? I mean, see, that's hard to say. What's the craziest thing we ever did? Because, I mean, we had the crazy shit happen, okay? I've talked about this before. If you want to know some crazy shit, all right, here's one of the crazier things that's ever happened. We used to do guest DJs. Guest DJ every day in the month of May, and then we do it one day a week. We do a guest DJ where anyone could come in. They'd send in their set list, 12 to 15 songs, and we'd put them live in the air. And they would usually do it at lunchtime. Sometimes it was Sunday nights. We shifted around over the years, but we did it forever. One day, we had a younger guy came in, nice guy. I remember this very distinctly. Just kind of a cool, whatever, man, doing a guest DJ thing. Right. We're sitting in the office, and about, I don't know, quarter way into his set, like 3 or 4 songs in, cop walks in the front door, second cop walks in the front. They're like, how you doing? It's like, where's your studio? We're like, what? What? We're like, yeah, we need to, we're going to, and we look, and there's another cop at the side door, and I'm like, okay, so what? So they just kind of like walk in, and we're like, well, it's back here. They walk in, and they're like, stand up. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? You, come on, let's go. Stand up, hands behind your back. They arrest the guest DJ, cuff him right there in the studio. They dump his bag out. He's got a bong, he's got weed, and all this stuff. They're like, they don't say a word. He doesn't say a word. They just drag him out, and he's gone. So the DJ's looking at me like, what the fuck do we do? I'm like, nothing. I said, just continue playing his set. Don't mention his name anymore. Don't say it's his set. Don't talk about guest DJ. Just play it like it was, like nothing ever happened, like he never was here. And that's what we did. It turned out this kid had a warrant for his arrest. The problem being is he's literally on the airwaves and he's going, hey man, this is Randy Malloy, your guest DJ here down at CD 101. So the cops were looking for this kid. Someone heard him on the radio and said, hey, if you're looking for Randy Malloy, he's in the studio at 503 South Front Street right now on a radio station. So the cops were like, okay. And sure as shit, they drove down, pulled in, arrested this kid, and out the door he went. So yeah, that's the kind of crazy crap that happened. And that's, I mean, hand to God, 100% true. All of it. We just acted like it was nothing, Oh, yeah. Bars, stashes, mustard, crazy mamas. Oh, School of Fish. Oh, yeah. Pizza place on campus. Yeah, I saw Beck play at Bernie's. Okay? Beck played at Bernie's. I mean, we saw a lot of crazy stuff. I mean, believe me. There was lots of stuff that went on. All right, let's see. 2005, former Happy Mondays dancer Bez won $75,000 Celebrity Big Brother prize after gaining 54% of the final viewer vote. The Manchester pop legend danced his way to becoming the 6th member of the indie dance band in the late 1980s after playing maracas with them. John Justice, be good, man. Come back. Don't ignore. Remember, like, share, watch, follow, subscribe. We'll see you again, brother. Stay warm. It's going to get colder. Let's see. One ticket's a bigger than Wolf Alice. Oh, hell yeah. Wolf Alice. Pfft, amazing. Loved Wolf Alice so much. Still do. 2006, Arctic Monkeys released their debut album, Whatever People Say I Am. That's What I'm Not. The album received widespread critical acclaim from critics and was named the best album of 2006 by Time magazine. the Brit Award for Best British Album, winning the 2007 Mercury Prize, and receiving a Grammy Award nomination for Best Alternative Music Album. It is a really good album, Arctic Monkeys. Whatever people say I am, that's what I am not. Highly recommended, absolutely. In 2014, Justin Bieber was arrested after racing his yellow Lamborghini against another sports car on the Miami Beach streets. Police said the singer did not cooperate when pulled over, also charging him with resisting arrest without violence and having an expired driver's license. The then 19-year-old Justin Bieber was granted bail at $2,500. Oh, Justin Bieber. What are you going to do racing your Lambo? You're so cool. 2016, Jimmy Bain died at the age of 68 while in his cabin on Def Leppard's Hysteria on the High Seas cruise. The cause of death was determined to be lung cancer. Bain was best known for playing bass guitar in the bands Rainbow and Dio. He also worked with Thin Lizzy frontman Phil Lynott, co-writing his solo albums, as well as Ian Hunter's Gary Moore and John Cale. Well, I mean, that's not like a sudden thing. If you had cancer, it's not like you got, oh my God, I had cancer and you dropped dead. So, especially if it's lung cancer. So he probably went on the cruise knowing that, could be that thing. Bobby Freeman died. Do You Want to Dance with Del Shannon, Beach Boys, blah, blah, blah. Tom Stevens, 64, Long Riders, died, blah, blah, blah. Top Tumham died at 75 for blues guitarist, lead guitarist of the Yardbirds, blah, blah, blah. Max Martin, producer of Blizzard Hits, yes, blah, 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 Granny, blah, blah, blah. Died, and let's see. Frank Farron, German record producer, died. Man, let's see. He was one who worked with Milli Vanilli. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, died. Yep. American singer Melanie died at the age of 76. Brand New Key, Rolling Stones, Ruby Tuesdays, What I've Done with My Mom, blah, 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 Lay Down, Count, nope, died. And 2025, just last year, Adele was accused of sabotaging the sale of an $8 million mansion where she used to live by its owners, who claimed she once said it was haunted. The award-winning singer rented the G Grade 2 listed Lock House in Partridge Green, West Sussex in 2012. The owner has submitted planning permission to transform the property from a single dwelling to 3 residential units and to convert the existing garage and flat into a separate cottage. In the submission, the owner said comments made by Adele about the 10-bedroom house being haunted during an interview had hindered the selling process. Okay, I didn't know that Adele was an authority on hauntings, but now I apparently do. So, in case you were ever concerned about Adele, now you know that she's an authorized, I know things are haunted person. I don't know what they're called, but that's something. All right, also, let's see what happened on this day. 1983, the A-Team. Yes, the A-Team aired with Lieutenant John Hannibal. Oh, that was Colonel John Hannibal. I'm sorry. Lieutenant Templeton Face Peck. So Hannibal, Face. Sergeant B.A. Baracus for Bad Attitude. Mr. T, a pity the fool. And of course, Captain H.M. Murdoch, the A-Team. What a crazy ass show that was. I think everybody, when you were a kid, was like, the A-Team. All right. So let's see what else. Now, after history, I said I had something else coming. We'll look at this one. We just found this out, that the Eagles are to make a history with the greatest hits album and a Sphere residency. So the Eagles are flying high this week with news on Thursday that the Rockers have become the first band to earn quadruple diamond certification by the RIAA. That would be the Record Recording Industry Association of America. That's the thing that certifies platinum gold albums. For the sales of more than 40 million units of their greatest hits 1971 through 1975. And the band returns to the Sphere on Friday for a 12-show run that will set the record come March for the longest-running residency at the iconic Las Vegas venue. An announcement from the Eagles PR team, Scoop Marketing, pointing out that the Greatest Hits album, 1971 to 1975, remains the best-selling album of all time in the U.S., and in other news, the band's beloved 1976 album, Hotel California, has been recertified 20-time X-Platinum by RIAA, ranked as the third best-selling album of all time. With their greatest hits 1971 and 1975 released, the LP spent 5 weeks at #1 and became the first album ever to be certified platinum by the RIAA. The album included tunes from the band's first 4 studio albums, Eagles 1972, Desperado, 1973, On the Border, 1974, One of These Nights, 1975, Witchy Woman, Already Gone, The Best of My Love, Lying Eyes, Take It Easy, and Desperado, highlighting Eagles' harmonies and expressive songwriting. To celebrate the 50th anniversary of the album, the Eagles will release a crystal clear 180-gram vinyl edition of the album exclusively at Eagles.com on February the 17th. You already can pre-order, so go to Eagles.com if you want to buy one of these things that I'm sure is stupidly expensive. The Eagles' next run at the Sphere's residency dates start January 23rd, today, tomorrow, the 30th and the 31st, February 20th and 21st, 27th and 28th, and then March 20th, 21st, 27th, and 28th. Tickets are on sale for that. So that wouldn't be too bad to go see. I could do that. Earlier this month, it was announced the Eagles were nominated for Residency of the Year at the Pollstar Awards. The band ranked number 7 on Pollstar's top touring artist North America chart with nearly $151 million grossed. So look at that. Eagles, after we've got dead members, breakups and everything, they're still raking in the dough, still breaking records. So not bad, Eagles. Golf clap to that. Golf clap to that for sure. All right. Births and deaths tonight. So, got some births. I'm going to diverge on one of them because, well, a couple of them. We got Anita Pointer, the Pointer Sisters. Well, I guess if you are the Pointer Sisters, you should have someone named Pointer. So, Anita Pointer, she would have been 84 today. She died 4 years ago in 22. Danny Frederick of the E Street Band, speaking of Bruce Springsteen and the Sonic Boom. He played the Glockenspiel of all things. He would have been 76 today. He died in 08. Robin Zander of Cheap Trick Dream Police. He's 73. Now, I've got a really funny story about that. I went and saw the Police, and we were in an outdoor venue. And as they were playing Dream Police, a helicopter flew overhead. It was the police helicopter, the ghetto bird looking for somebody, and was shining a light on the audience. So it was just kind of so weird to have the Dream Police doing that while the real police were flying overhead looking for some suspect for some unruly crime. But it was very surreal. So I always remember that song for that reason. Earl Falcone of UB40. He's the bassist, 67 today. Rutger Hauer would have been 82. He died in 19. Now, Rutger Hauer, I was just reading about Rutger Hauer because I was like, that monologue he did. Remember the monologue he did if you've ever seen the original Blade Runner? I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time like tears in the rain. Time to die. Now, that actually wasn't written for it. The original one that he wrote was, now, he improvised that last part of it. And he edited it without telling the director. The original way that was written was, I've known adventures, seen places you people will never see. I've been off-world and back. Frontiers. I've stood on the back deck of a blinker bound for the Plutonian camps with sweat in my eyes, watching stars fight on the shoulders of Orion. I've felt wind in my hair, riding test boats off the black galaxies and seen an attack fleet burn like a match and disappear. I've seen it, felt it. And the original script before his rewrite after that was, I've seen things you little people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulders of Orion, bright as magnesium. I rode on the back decks of a blinker and watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments, they'll be gone. So yes, he actually went ahead and improvised that last part where he went and talked about that and basically put like tears in the rain, time to die. He even said the crew members cried after that. And it's one of the most legendary rewrites by an actor ever in a movie. He actually did not tell Ridley Scott he was going to do that. So thank you, Rutger Hauer, for that one. That was quite the epic adventure right there. All right, also born on this day, Richard Dean Anderson, 76. That's MacGyver, if you didn't know who it was. Marika Haggerty, 62, Law and Order SVU. I saw her at Mardi Gras once. And Ewan Bremer of Train Spotting, 54 years old today. On the deaths, we talked about Alan Collins from Leonard Skinner. Richard Berry, who wrote Louie, Louie, oh, we gotta go. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Johnny Carson died in 2005 at 79. I was going to try and do a Karnak one, but I forgot, so I lost it. Hal Holbrook from Magnum Force. I believe his name was Briggs. And Clint Eastwood, the line I remember always was, you got some mouthwash? Well, it ain't cutting it. He died in 21. Also died in 21 at the age of 87 years old, Mr. Larry, the Voice, the Mouth King. Larry King. We shared something in common. I like my bagels hollow. He would get hollow bagels. Basically, you would ask for a bagel and you have him take all the fat, gross, doughy part out. So it's just like a shell. And then you toast it and you can put more cream cheese in there with your, schlop in your cream cheese for your lox. Yeah. That's how you do it. You schmear the schmear. So that's it. That's on the births and deaths. And I talked about the A-Team and I talked about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and I was just listening we talked about the other day, Lord Huron's going to go out on tour and they're going to be playing here at a country jam. And I was like, really? Lord Huron at a country jam? I'm a little upset about that because I was like, what? Because I'm really not going to go to the country jam. I'm just not going to do it. But I might have to go outside to listen to Lord Huron. But I was listening to one of their songs, Bag of Bones, today. And I just listened to it late before I started. If you've never heard of it and you don't know who Lord Huron is, go listen to Bag of Bones and then see if you like Lord Huron. They're a great band. I forget how good they are. They definitely do have a very soulful, eclectic sound. I wouldn't call them country music. You might, but yeah, I mean, go ahead and give it a shot. Bag of Bones by Lord Huron. That's my recommended song for the evening. All right? Bad dreams effed me up for a kid. Yeah, Rutger Hauer. All right, so we're going to get snow. So tomorrow by this time, there should be some snow on the ground. So I will report on snow, the hour-by-hour snowfalls. I don't really care. So what? It's going to snow. I went and shopped today. I bought some stuff, put gas in the car. I'm okay. I think I'll survive this. Even if it's cold for a few days, we'll be okay. Our ancestors survived it. We'll be all right, everybody. It's the Snowmageddon. Ah, it's the end of the world. It's not. Really, it's not. It's okay. Promise. All right. Anyway, Friday night, I'm going to go, I think I'm going to watch the boob tube. Maybe watch a little TV. You know, surf the web, as they say. And, yeah, stay up really late because that's what I always do. I stay up till at least 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, get up at 8 o'clock in the morning every day. Don't ask me, man. I don't need that. Professor, what's going on? There you are, man. I haven't seen you for a minute. How's it going? You ready for some cold weather? You ready for some snow? You ready for the snowpocalypse? Snowmageddon? All of that? You know? Charlie Rapp and Aaron, where are you guys from? I want to know so I can understand what kind of weather you're expecting. Just you know, talking about the weather, man, you know, just getting ready for the snowpocalypse, Snowmageddon. You know, I gassed up the car today. One of the people earlier reminded me that I probably gonna need to check on my pipes. I'm like, yeah, that's right. If it's gonna get that cold, because like last time I checked, it was 4 degrees, and it's supposed to like, you know, go down to like 2 and then down to 0. So let's see, what's our weather say now? Oh, it's down to 3 degrees. Yeah. So yeah, I just need to make sure the pipes don't burst, because I've had that happen once, where I had to cut holes in walls and fix shit. Not great. I did insulate them, but still, it gets cold back there. So, yeah, you know. So that's it. I'm just finishing up. I'm just going to depart. I'm going to go hit the couch and stay up really late like I always do and get ready to do this all again tomorrow. So that's about it. I appreciate you being here and stopping in and saying what's up. Come by tomorrow at 11 o'clock and we'll catch up then. I'll be there. All right. Well, I'm going to head on upstairs out of my nice warm basement. Being the furnace is like right there. It's a thing that makes noise sometimes. It's so warm down here. That's why it's like I have no problem having my studio in the basement. It's warm in the winter and it's cool in the summer. What more do you want? That's what happens when you're in the subterranean lair. My studio. Anyway, I will let you all go. I appreciate you being here. Grateful. Yes, sir. I will see you tomorrow, Professor. 11 o'clock, I'll be here. So come on back. I'll do my best to stay warm. So I might just stay down here. Anyway, grateful that you were here. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much, friends. Be well, and we will look for you again tomorrow. Thank you. We will now do as we do, and we will fade to black.